Hey YouTube, it's me, Jen, your pudgy picker, and I live. Yes, I am back. I just wanted to do a quick video and give you an update and let you know that I am doing well. This is like the third time I've started this video because I feel like I'm out of practice. It's literally been like 2.5, almost 3 weeks since I did a video. I know. So I feel like I've gotten rusty already. So I did have my surgery on the 7th, which was a Thursday. My surgery was at 12:30. I was like third in line for the day. They did end up doing my hysterectomy laparoscopically, so I was very happy about that. Surgery took about 2.5 hours. I was in recovery for about the same amount of time. And that was like the first thing I asked when I woke up was, did they do it laparoscopically? Because I wanted to know. So I ended up going to, was put in a room after that, and it was probably around dinner time by that time. I was feeling okay. Of course, I was in pain. The first nurse that came around looked at my wounds. You have one by your belly button, and then you have two that are, so almost like a triangle where the three are. And she's like, did you take your bandage off? And I'm like, I don't think I had one. She had put in a few of the dissolvable stitches and a little bit of surgical glue and didn't bandage it. And the wounds were really small. Excuse me. So I was very surprised by that. The first night I had a lot of pain. I am the kind of person that it takes a little more pain medication, and I know probably because I'm a bigger person, but also I've just always been that way that, some people say, oh, I take half of Vicodin and I'm falling down, and I'm like, it takes like 1.5 to actually relieve pain. They gave me they were giving me, I think it was hydrocodone, and they did have the IV and they were giving me fluids. I was drinking pretty well after the surgery, keeping hydrated that way. But that first night they ended up giving me morphine because I was in so much pain that first night. In fact, they put it straight through the IV. And if you've ever had morphine before, I mean, it's a great pain reliever when you're really hurting. But the first couple times they got me up to go to the bathroom, even after I stopped taking it, they gave me maybe 3, courses over every 6 hours. That's all they gave me. And I would get up to go to the bathroom, and the nurse would be there, ready to, this nurse that's like this big around, here, I'll help you. And you stand up when you have morphine and you just start going, oh. So they were concerned about me getting around. So I think that's why I ended up staying an extra night, because they're like, we know you have help at home, but if you get up and you start to go, when you fall, that's going to be a big problem. So I ended up staying. So I went in Thursday night, Friday night. I went home about lunchtime on Saturday. But that was the main issue, was after I had the morphine that I was not, real steady on my feet. And it was frustrating because, even once you start feeling good and you're like, I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom, they're like, you don't get out of bed unless you got. So even like when I went to sit up, I had a bed alarm, like an old folks person. It was her beep, 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 beep. So they'd come in, you're not trying to get up, are you? I'm like, no, I just moved to that side and it went off. So the other thing with morphine, if you've ever had it in the hospital before, is when you sleep and then you like keep waking up doing that, and that scares everybody in the room as well. My husband and my kids are like, oh my gosh, are you okay? So yeah, so I mean, I was like cracking jokes with the nurses, and you know how I am. So I was just, I was just a big jokester. So that's the way I deal with a lot of things. But really good care at the hospital that I was in. My doctor was totally awesome. She came around on rounds the next day and checked on me and said everything looked good and everything went well. And another doctor that was in her practice, the same practice, was the one who delivered my kids because I had them by C-section. So my daughter was there the morning that Saturday when I left the hospital, and she got to meet the doctor who delivered her. So that was kind of cool. And he looks the same age as he did when he delivered her 23 years ago, almost 24. So yeah, so that was kind of cool. But I mean, the help in the hospital was awesome. First night was probably the worst. I had a nurse, male nurse, who was quite young, and kind of got talking with him. He was really cool. He had only really had graduated and been a nurse for only like 3.5 months, and he was just top notch. He was, he kept checking on me, and that first night when I had a lot of pain, he kept coming back in and said, let me go talk to the doctor, I'll figure it out, I'll be right back. I mean, he was just so spot on. It was awesome. And found out he had only been married like 6 weeks, and his wife worked upstairs in the delivery area, which was kind of cool. They worked at the same hospital. So, but everything went really well. I had my 2-week checkup this past Thursday. It was exactly 2 weeks since I had had the surgery. The doctor was very, very almost surprised at my progress. She's like, I can't believe how fast you're healing. And she's like, I had like a bruise like this size on my lower stomach. It looked horrendous. And even right now, being 2 weeks and a few days out, it's almost gone. You can't see any discoloration. And you can barely see the incisions. They're a little bit hard, when you get a scar or some kind of surgery. That area is kind of hard. But even that's going away. I feel good. I'm still under restriction as far as lifting. She said at this point, if you were to lift or overdo, you're not going to damage or anything that we did in there. She's like, but you're going to hurt and you're going to slow your healing down. So don't do that. So my sister Kim has been coming over and helping me. She has been helping me. She's been cleaning the house. So she's come over the last 2 Mondays to help clean and sweep and dust and that kind of thing. My daughter's been grocery shopping for me the last 2 weeks. Everybody's been real good about, laundry and, helping out. I am feeling good. Like right now, as I sit here, I feel almost 100%. And I can't believe that I'm 2.5 weeks out. The only thing I notice is that just being more active, I'm not lifting or doing things I shouldn't, but moving around, I get more tired. So I can tell that I'm not 100% yet. So, I mean, that's going to take time, and I'm being gentle with myself. And I think the older you get, the more you kind of know that you got to be easy on yourself. So for all of you who were worried about me, I so appreciate it. I am doing much better. You can see I have a rack of clothes over here. My daughter actually has been, and see my photograph equipment there. She has been helping me to photograph some clothes, and then they're put over here in a basket, and then I do the measurements. I have this, I'll show you this. I know this is reseller related, but I have these that I made up, and I fill in the information, then I put them in these plastic bags, and then I stick this on there, and then I put it in another bin. And then I can pull it out, pull up the pictures. I have the description, the price, how much it weighs to ship it. And then I can do that. And that's all stuff I can do sitting down. So that's good. So she's been photographing my clothes. She did at least probably 20 shirts. You can't tell. It looks so full still, doesn't it? But yeah, so I just started doing that in the last day or two. I've been taking it easy and taking care of myself, and that's probably why I haven't made this video up until now. So I'm sorry if you were worrying and, concerned that I was not doing well. I've always been one, since I've been on here almost 6 years, to have 2 to 3 videos a week, and to literally go like almost 3 weeks without a video is almost unheard of. So I do appreciate the concern, and I am doing so much better. I'm doing so much better than I expected. I'm doing much better than even my doctor expected. It's funny when she came in, she looked at me and she goes, "How do you feel? You look really good." I said, "I feel really good." So this is like only the third or fourth time I've done the hair and the makeup, so I had to get all prettied up for you guys. So I was going over my videos that I've recorded already that I was going to put up before this, but totally got away from me. So probably the next week and a half or two of videos, you're going to be seeing ones that I did previous to my surgery. I also have a video coming up probably in the next day and a half that is some grab boxes from Michael's. I actually got some. One of my first trips out of the house a week after my surgery, we went in, my daughter and I were walking around in Michael's, and I saw these boxes, and I'm like, I see everybody hauling them, but I never, ever, ever get them. And the reason I probably got them is because they didn't have the tag on them. The lady was coming up to tape the tag on them, and I said, "Are those?" And she said, "Yes, they're grab boxes." So I told my daughter, she got 2 carts and loaded them up. So I got 5 of them. So that video will be in the next few days. So I didn't lift anything, so don't worry. I just on Thursday got approved to start driving again, but my car's been in the shop because I'm having an issue with one of the doors locking. But that's a whole nother story for another time. But that's good because it's been, you know, in the shop while I was in the shop. So I just wanted to let you guys know how well I am doing, and I appreciate all of your well wishes. And I've gotten a few cards in my P.O. box, and that's such a nice, pleasant thing to see, to get some cards that you guys are so concerned about me. I appreciate it so very much. So we will be getting back to our rescheduled programming. The next, probably, I'm not going to be thrifting probably for another week or so or more, depending. But the videos will start. Like I said, I have ones that are already recorded. They will be going up in the next 2 weeks. And then after that, we will be back, hopefully, on schedule. So at this point, you know, lifting and stuff, I'm not supposed to lift for 6 weeks. The first 2 weeks I wasn't supposed to lift anything heavier than a gallon of milk, and do you know how many times I picked up something and got yelled at by my kids or my husband? Like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, you know, when you start feeling better, you're just like, okay, let's just get back to work and do what I normally do, and I've had to train myself not to do that. So even I've been, when I have gone down to do my laundry, I'm just now in the last couple days being able to switch laundry, and then I'll fold it and put it in a basket and then have somebody else carry it up for me. And look who's here. Look, it's Tater. Say hello. You stink. Somebody's getting a bath today. So I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know I am doing well, and everybody's doing really good. And we are doing much better, and we'll get back to some videos and some thrift hauls and all that other good stuff. So do you have anything to say? No? So she's been my couch buddy here the last couple weeks, so it's been really good to have my puppy. It's another puppy. You really do stink. Okay, well, I guess I will sign off. I will see you guys later. And you know what? I probably shouldn't have picked her up. See? Don't tell on me. Okay, guys, I will see you next time. And until next time, happy picking. Bye. Say bye. Well, you're not going to get it. Okay, we'll see you guys. Bye.